Welcome back to Bazooka Kickboxing, and today's going to be about fighting a southpaw. And the first thing you're going to notice when you fight a southpaw is that your targets are now different. So when the lead leg that you thought was closer is now behind you. So today we're going to talk about basic things to look for when you have that southpaw in front of you. And we're going to look at the targets we're going to hit. So with Abiel putting his guard up, I have different options now. The classic one everyone likes to throw is that inside low kick. What makes that dangerous is when a lot of people go southpaw, they turn their heel out, which makes hitting the inside leg difficult because you have the knee in the way, and a lot of guys break their foot. So if that option isn't there, my other option, which is the classic option, which you see a lot of Muay Thai fighters use, is they kick the arm. So that's my other option. I can kick arm or body, right? And I can change the levels with my kick as well. The third option, I have a back leg. The back leg is one of those kicks you want to utilize because people don't block the back leg. And as a southpaw, they're more used to be hitting in the front leg. This way, I want to attack the back leg, especially if they're light on that front foot. It gives me a good option to hit that back leg as hard as I can. And again, obviously, you have the kick to the head or your left side kicks as well. For me, I find a lot of guys know I'm going to hit the inside, so I like to really step and hit the back leg. In order to hit the back leg, you have to step a little bit closer. So a very simple drill that I like to work with just to warm up the different targets is the punch and combo back and forth. So I can touch here, I have my angles. If I'm going to hit the back leg, I might use a hook because it's a shorter weapon and it gets me closer to the back leg. So a simple way to practice is just have a person stand there and you find different ways of either kicking or punching. This way I can kick arms, I mix inside, and I can play all the different targets and pick my strike selection that'll do the most damage. So that's kicking targets. Now when you're in a southpaw, you also have your right straight. So anything when you're fighting north-south, which is what we call it, the power side is on the rear side. So my right hand and my right kick as an orthodox are my best weapons. Abiel, who's standing as a southpaw, his left straight and his left kick. Most of the time it's a battle on who's going to land their power strike before the other person does. So again, I have my right straight, I have my power knees and my power kicks on my rear side. So what happens with the front side? With the front side, what I want to do is I want to control the lead hand of my opponent. And that's going to help me change distance. It's going to give me more space. If I stay here, it's easier for the person to clinch up, grab, and punch. So I'm going to stay out here and I'm going to control the lead hand. From here, I can kick off of it. I can land my straights down the middle. But controlling that lead hand is very important. And you don't want him to control your lead hand. So you want to try to get your hand on top of your opponent's hand. That's the first key. Now we're going to talk about footwork and movement. And what we're going to do is, classic is you want to move away from the power side. And the way you do that is I'm going to step to my left. So every time Abiel steps, I step out to my left and I take my angle. So I can stay here controlling the lead hand, boom, I just step outside of the front foot. And that's called lead foot dominance. You want to have lead foot dominance. So lead foot dominance, I'm stepping just outside of the foot. This way, I'm away from the center line from that straight, and I'm going to put my straight right down the middle. And it also opens up my kicks from this angle. It also opens up my knees as well. When you do this as a more interactive drill, so Abiel's going to come forward, I can just turn. And it's all about movement. So even if he keeps coming forward, I keep angling on the outside. Okay, that's the most simple way. Taking away the power side and you getting a dominant angle and dominating the lead foot. Now that's the classic way. Once you get more advanced, what you can do is circle to your right. So as I keep circling this way, your opponent starts expecting it. And then maybe I'll switch off this angle and now I have another option. So if I'm here, I'll step on this angle and now I have more of a target and a body to hit. One of the biggest differences you're going to know is the advantage that the southpaw person has is they have their kick on your liver. Right? So my kick wouldn't be hitting the liver. I have to set up my left hook, which works for me because now my left hook is closer to their liver instead of it being further back. So that's my best advantage For me, is I like to use that left hook because the liver is close to me, or I have my lead side attacking off of that. So remember, dominate the lead foot. Make sure you have control of the hand and determine what target you want to hit and which direction you want to move.